Hello out there in commentary land. It's Victor Salva, writer-director of Jeepers Creepers 2, and we thought we'd try something different on this commentary track. I've invited the majority of the principal cast to join me today. So say hello, cast.
Hello.
Hello, cast.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
We'll be breaking that down into individual people and voices in just a second. Because the film is so much about the kids on the bus, I thought that it would be much more interesting to hear from them and their stories of, the adventure that was making Jeepers Creepers 2. So sit back and let us take you on our little trip down memory lane. Originally, every 23rd spring was my clever way of thinking that the first Jeepers Creepers could never have a sequel. Because the sequel would have to be 23 years later, and it would be impossible. That way I would never have to make a sequel to the movie. But as it turns out, there's a way around everything. This is all fake dead corn spray-painted green. This was the first shot of the film, and it was the first shot that we took. And in just a moment here, you're going to see the Creeper's first victim, Billy Taggart. Oh, there's some bird people back there who just opened their box of birds on cue and sent them up into the air. Sean Fleming plays Billy Taggart. Sean, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling swell.
What do you remember? What do you remember about this day of shooting? This is our first day of shooting.
The one thing I remember is it was so hot outside. It had to be like 100 degrees.
And that's really Breck there, the third scarecrow, isn't it? He's up on that cross, just baking up there.
Yeah, he had to just sit there in all black for like hours upon hours, not moving. I'm sure that was fun for him.
Make sure they're wired up good.
Ray Wise, someone that I've tried to get in all of my movies since Powder. I was so glad that we managed to get him as Taggart.
How good they're doing.
I like how that's on the trailer.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, the movie has its own laugh track with all of us sitting here. That's good. The Post Puncher 500. There are actual pieces of farming equipment that do punch posts into the ground, but none of them were called Post Puncher. I couldn't believe it. We actually created that name. I thought it was going to get taken away from us because there must be some piece of equipment named Post Puncher, but nope, there wasn't. So
You been messing with the Post Puncher? Fool around with this thing?
I said I didn't.
Liar.
I didn't. I'm just a little kid trying to have a good time. Come on.
a Steadicam following Billy through this corn.
Win my ass.
I love that line.
You went out either.
That was great. You just told me to just like say something to my
Yeah.
brother that I just normally say.
Which was wonderful.
My brother's sitting in the back laughing hysterically about what I'm saying.
Here's Luke Edwards as Jack Jr. That is actually not Sean out there. That is a stunt man. It's not even a boy. It's a stunt man, and it freaks me out that it looks so much like Sean out there.
That guy looked exactly. They had a wig that was made that looked exactly like my hair. That was kind of creepy.
And here is our dog Mac. Actually, Mac was played by two dogs. One was a very neurotic one that did all the angry barking and stuff, and the other one was his kind of mellower self that did all the
Camera hogging.
all the little tail wagging and sweet stuff. Like this is the neurotic one right here.
And they both did everything right on cue, right?
Yes. What is this, Sean? Like day 2 or 3 now, and
Yeah, this had to be probably like day 2, and it was so hard for me to keep a straight face because like it's like everyone. There's like 30 guys that are all looking at me, and they're like, "Now just look right at me and keep a straight face. Look scared."
the Taggarts have the worst corn crop of the year. I mean, look at it. It is freaking dead corn everywhere. Except it is a pretty yellow. That's what we liked about it.
Tis the season.
Exactly.
Only Iowa people will know that. So.
Yeah, that corn, no. They're not going to make a good selling on that this year.
Would you shut up?
Neurotic Mac again. I didn't like the way the creeper's hair looked in the first film, so I asked for more of a ponytail in this one because it looked too much like some kind of a Halloween wig in the first one. I like his hair in this one. Big talons. The creeper loses his shoes in 2 so that he can fly and snatch like a big bird of prey.
The costume's different, right?
Yeah, slightly different, and so is the makeup. And here
Victor,
goes Sean. Here goes a real stuntman ratcheted off this cross.
Was that the one where he hit his
Yes.
ankle coming off
Yeah,
the cross?
The creeper didn't keep his leg straight on that one and really bumped the back of his calves as he came off that cross. It is also the best take, so we used it.
Oh, this took so long. I had to do this seriously 30 or 40 times running through that fake corn.
Now, Sean, the creeper is digital here, so you just kind of fell on a mat, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, that was good.
Wow.
I couldn't even.
That was really good.
Luke Edwards has grown up in front of the cameras. I think his first role was when he was 3 or 4 years old, I think. He's a famous child actor.
Yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
Now, here are a couple of effects guys, including Brad Parker, our storyboard artist, about to throw up some corn. They're laying down there, shaking corn and throwing it up. I should mention right here, Victor Salva. This is another incredible score he's done for me. Really, really blossomed in Jeepers 2, I think. All right, Sean, what do you remember about all this?
Oh, this was so much fun. It was like I was laying down on this big metal sheet with these wheels, and the creeper was just pulling me through the corn on this it was like a ride. Like I didn't have to do anything. I was just laying there, and he had to run back and forth with me. I was just having a good time, screaming my little heart out.
I happened to be there this day to get my hair cut, and I was out here during this part, but man, I felt so bad for the stunt creeper, for Darren, I think, because he was in that suit, and you know how hot it was out there. That was insane.
Right.
Just running and running.
That we just heard from Josh Hammond, who plays Jake on the bus, by the way. I want to keep identifying these voices for you guys so we know who it is, who's speaking.
The howling dog.
Now, here's an actor's challenge, okay? You step up onto your mark and then let the camera push in so close that the lens box is almost touching your nose. And please don't blink because you'll destroy the moment. Just keep staring until we...
Can count your nose hairs.
This is why, people think film acting is a dream. Try and do this with about, I don't know how many people are approaching him right now and coming right up into his face, but...
Ray Wise is not human. Anyone who can keep their eyes open that long.
That's Kassan Butcher, who plays
In the sun like that.
Big K. And now, speaking of all the fellas, here we go.
Now, little did you know, these are actually cardboard people in there.
That's Billy Aaron Brown.
There's
Here
a Michael
now,
Jordan and a James Dean. And
here we have Billy Aaron Brown, Travis Schiffner, Gary Kai Mutambirwa, Kassan Butcher, Eric Nenninger, Josh Hammond, Maria Delfino, and Nikki Acox. We will all be talking in mass now that we're on the bus portion of the commentary track. What do you guys remember about this? Was this our first day on the bus or something?
This was our first day, yeah.
And this was a real bus. It was very hot and uncomfortable.
So hot.
so hot.
I remember Josh didn't really know the lyrics.
You're right.
I remember none of us did.
Hey, we gave you a cassette and sheets of paper with the lyrics. I wrote this song, the music and the words.
Yeah,
so.
because of the tape we got was like you and Ryan and a couple of people singing it.
Yeah.
That was so much
It
fun.
was terrible.
I don't know if any of you guys did this, but I would be driving down the 405 and be like, Ben and Ben.
Same with me. My stepson loved it, and I'm trying not to sing it around because it says Cox in it. And so he's like, sing about the Cox. I'm like, I can't, Jazzy Boo. You're crazy.
Marie, what do you remember about this?
I remember I started off the scene, basically, and I was so nervous about it. It was my first day. And it was so hot, my makeup was melting into my eyes.
That was your first close-up, too, I think,
That was
wasn't
my
it?
first close-up, yep. And I'm just supposed to be pretty pissed in this scene at my boyfriend, Scotty the fighting cock.
I just want to say that I knew the words to the song. I just didn't have to say them in the movie, but I actually memorized the song and worked on it and everything.
And that's something we can't dispute because you didn't sing.
right. I can do it now if you want me to.
I love Diane Delano's first words in the film here. It's a great way to come